Jack and the Beanstlak. A widow lived with her son named Jack on a small farm in a certain country. Jack helped his mother every day with some chores, like chopping wood, removing weeds in the garden, and milking the cow. But despite all the hard work they did, Jack and his mother had very little money, not even enough to buy a piece of land of their own. The mother said to Jack, "What will we do today? We don't have enough money to buy seeds for the farm this year. We must sell the cow we have and add its price to what little money we have left to buy seeds for planting a good crop." Jack replied, "You're right, mother. I'll go to the city and sell the cow." And so Jack took the cow by the lead, left the garden gate, and headed to the city. On his way, Jack met an old smiling man who greeted him. "Good morning, Jack," Jack responded, wondering how the man knew his name. "Good morning to you." The man asked, "Where are you going this morning?" Jack replied, "I'm going to the market to sell our cow." The man said in a low voice, "Well, you're a helpful boy." Then he added, "I have a special deal for a clever boy like you." The man looked around to ensure no one was watching, then opened his hand to show Jack what he had. He told Jack that the beans were magical, 3 magic beans, and explained that if he planted them at night, by morning they would grow and reach the sky. Jack could then sell the crops from these magic beans and buy another cow to replace the one he'd sell. Jack asked the man, "Really? Is that what will happen? Are you sure these beans are magical?" The man replied, "Yes, absolutely. And if these beans don't produce beautiful fruits, I can return the cow to you." So Jack took the beans, gave the man the cow, and hurried back to his mother delighted. His mother asked him, "Why did you come back so quickly? What happened?" Jack smiled, put his hand in his pocket, took out the beans, and told her that the beans were magical. If planted at night, they would reach the sky by morning. His mother looked at him and cried, "Oh, what nonsense, Jack! How could you give away the cow for just 3 beans? These beans are worthless, not magical." Jack went up to his small room on the upper floor, threw the beans out of his window and sat down, saying, "I'm such a fool. How could I do that? How could I break my mother's heart?" Then Jack fell asleep. The next morning, when he woke up, he jumped out of bed, opened the window to look at the beans, and saw that the bean had indeed grown. It had large, twisting leaves like a staircase, forming a long path. Jack went outside to see where this path led. He found that at the end of the path, there was a castle. Jack ran along the path to reach the castle. When he arrived, he found the door open and saw a giant woman inside the castle with a single eye in the middle of her forehead. When she saw Jack, he tried to run, but she caught him, and the castle guards led Jack inside. The giantess wasn't too bad. She even brought Jack breakfast, though he didn't prefer to eat it. Suddenly, there was noise. Someone was coming to the castle. The giantess said, "Oh dear, it's my husband. I haven't prepared his breakfast." She quickly went with Jack to prepare plates and milk for her giant husband's breakfast. Her husband said, "I'm hungry and want to eat more food. Are there any children I can eat? I'll grind their bones to make bread." His wife replied, "We don't have any children to eat. You should just eat your food and take your bath on time." The giant ate his meal, took his bath, then fell asleep. The giantess told Jack, "My husband likes to nap a bit after breakfast." Then she returned to the kitchen with Jack, carrying a basket full of golden eggs from a white hen she held. The giantess put the hen and eggs into a cabinet full of golden eggs. When the giant went to sleep, Jack was about to sneak out and escape from the kitchen when he heard the white hen crying. He sighed, felt pity for it, and returned to the castle. He picked up the hen and began to sing to it. Suddenly, the giant woke up to Jack singing to the hen. Jack ran as fast as he could back down the path he had come from, with the giant quickly chasing him. The giant appeared from between the giant leaves, scaring Jack. The giant roared in a terrifying voice, I must take your bones and grind them to make my favorite bread. The giant swayed on a branch of the beanstalk, which shook under his massive weight. Jack hurried down as fast as he could with the giant right behind him. As he approached his home, he called out to his mother loudly, "Mother, bring me an axe, quickly!" His mother rushed out with the axe, filled with fear and shock for Jack. Jack jumped down and began chopping the beanstalk's roots so the giant couldn't reach him. Indeed, as the roots broke, the beanstalk began to fall, taking the giant far away from Jack's house. But the white hen that Jack had sung to fell near Jack's house and thanked him greatly, as the giant had locked her in the castle's cabinet every day. The hen became Jack and his mother's, laying golden eggs that Jack sold, allowing him to live happily with his mother and the hen.